Well, greetings and hello there, everybody, and welcome to our ultimate farming guide for Jedi Master Luke Skywalker farming requirements, the difficulty of them, teams that go along with Jedi Master Luke, mods that go along, and just general thoughts and ideas for this very interesting and eye-opening farm. I really believe in a lot of cases, depending on the Lightspeed bundles that you purchased along the way, Jedi Master Luke could end up being your first Galactic Legend for a lot of accounts. You know, when we talk about Jabba, which you've done previously, Jabba gets you Smuggler's Run 2, which is so important in the game. It's a return on investment. But a lot of times, because you farm Jedi Knight Luke to get to Jabba, you also farm Jedi Knight Luke to get to Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. Well, a lot of times people will get Jedi Master Luke first because it's just a quicker farm, and it's a lot shorter path from Jedi Knight Luke to Jedi Master Luke. Let's talk about it. We got Old Ben in here, who's required for CLS. We got Jedi Training Rey. Doesn't really have a home here. I mean, she is required. It makes sense. They're in the movie together. Your favorite movie and mine, Last Jedi. But yeah, she doesn't really fit here. You need first order characters to unlock her. No, I'm sorry. You need Resistance characters to unlock her. You can do that team, but that Jedi Training Rey team doesn't really fit in the game anywhere anymore. Her best fit is on a Galactic Legend Rey team. We'll talk about that on another day. 3PO, Mon Mothma, 3PO, and Chewie. 3PO is a journey here. Jedi Training Rey is a journey for you as well. The other ones are just farms. Jedi Knight Luke is one of the biggest non-Galactic Legend journeys in the game. R2 is a light, easy journey. Han Solo you get from your currency. Chewbacca is a bounty hunter journey, and then the last requirements are all pretty easy. Hermit Yoda mixed in with a bunch of stuff in there. A couple things to note in here. It's not farming-wise. It doesn't feel like that big or difficult of a farm. I know Jedi Knight Luke is a handful. I mean, if you go look at the Jedi Knight Luke farm, I don't think we did this for Jabba, but let's take a look at Jedi Knight Luke and everything you get to go along. You got a farm for him. It's going to be Wampa, CLS. We've got 3PO, Chewbacca. Notice any overlap there? Rebel Officer Leia Organa and Captain Han Solo. Then, of course, you got the Millennium Falcon and Wedge's X-Wing in there. We got Hermit Yoda in there with CLS. We've got Lando mixed in. And then we got Darth Vader. A lot of overlap there with the Jedi Master Luke farming path as well. And maybe a little more overlap than you might even have thought about when we take a look at it. When you look at 3PO and Chewie and Han Solo, they're not actually requirements for Jedi Knight Luke. You know, you don't have to get those two to get Jedi Knight Luke, but you do need CLS for Jedi Knight Luke. And if you're farming CLS, you're going to have the full team. You're going to have 3PO and Chewbacca, who are required for Jedi Knight Luke. You're also going to have 3PO and Chewie, or Chewpio as we call him, and Han Solo, who are required for Jedi Master Luke. So you're going to get... Along the way, you're going to get that whole CLS team, which is going to lead you to a lot of this farming. It's going to lead you to having a lot of these characters at least at 7 stars, like Old Ben. Who else is going to be there at 7 stars? Princess Leia. You're probably going to have Wedge and Biggs at 7 stars. They're not that difficult to get. The Rebel Y-Wing is in there as well. One thing I really want to talk about here to go along with this farm, and we haven't talked a lot about Lightspeed bundles here as we looked at these journeys, but when you look at the Shadows of the Empire bundle and the Hoth bundle here, these are bundles that lead you toward Jedi Knight Luke and Jedi Master Luke in very significant ways. Princess Leia over there, Lando over there, Biggs and Wedge over there, characters you might not relic otherwise, and they go into that Jedi Master Luke farm. Then you also get Rebel Officer Leia Organa, you get Captain Han Solo, you get Wampa, characters that take you to Jedi Knight Luke. So these two bundles, combined with your other farming, are the reason that a lot of people, when they get Jedi Knight Luke, they turn immediately to Jedi Master Luke. I'm one of those people that did that, because when you pop in these requirements over here, if you look at the requirements, let me take these off the screen here. Princess Leia, Wedge Antilles, Biggs Darklighter, and Lando are all right down there at the bottom. Of course, Lando's also required for Jedi Knight Luke as well. They're all right down there at the bottom of this farm. So it just kind of all goes together. CLS, maybe with the bundles, getting Jedi Knight Luke, it all leads you right into that Jedi Master Luke farm with a few extras, with Mon Mothma, with R2 farmed in there, and Jedi Training Rey are kind of the extras you get, and the Rebel Y-Wing. You got to get this Rebel Y-Wing you got to get to 6 stars. Let's talk about some side teams or some teams that go along with it. This is not a really big list, I'll be honest. I pulled this up here. You get the CLS team, obviously. You do get the 3 primary pieces for a Jedi Master Luke squad, which is Jedi Knight Luke and Hermit Yoda. And then you do get Mon Mothma. You don't get any of her other requirements for a Mon Mothma team. She wants a Rebel fighter team around her. And I put Cara Dune, Kyle Katarn, Pow, and Hoth Rebel Scout. You can see I have not farmed a Mon Mothma team. Obviously, with Luthen Rail out now, he goes in that team and makes it even better. But yeah, I don't have this team farmed up. I don't have any Zetas on Mon Mothma. That's the main reason. I don't have any Zetas to spare for Mon Mothma right now, so I'm not building up that team. But these are kind of the only teams, the only effective teams. I guess some people would like a Rolo with an Omicron and a Princess Leia with an Omicron and an Akbar with a Omicron on the same team. I don't really like that. I think it's kind of just a bunch of fluff. There's not much to that team. So these are the main teams you get as far as characters. If we take a look, I've got a little fleet put together for you here. The Profundity fleet. If we take a look at this Profundity fleet, you're going to farm Han's Millennium Falcon for a Jedi Knight Luke. You got to get the Y-Wing for Jedi Master Luke. You're going to get Biggs and Wedge as characters. Now, Biggs's X-Wing goes into the Profundity. Wedge's X-Wing just kind of floats out there in space, not really doing anything for anybody. Just like the movie. Biggs took the shot, Wedge ducked out. He couldn't hit. His engines are blowing, he had to get out. Whatever, Wedge. Get out of there. You're not doing me any good. So you're going to farm some ships that are going to get you toward the Profundity as well. Those are kind of the side farms. There's not a lot to report there really for the side farms. Now, if you look at the mods, I'm going to talk about the mods specifically for this Jedi Master Luke team and the CLS team a little bit. Jedi Master Luke, I should have looked this before and I didn't. I think it's actually down here. Jedi Legacy. Oh, it's not there. Jedi Lessons. Where's Jedi Lessons? Where's Jedi Lessons? Inherited Teaching. All right, I apologize. It's right. It is right here in the leader ability. Inherited Teachings. Gain Jedi Lessons for 3 turns. Call target other light side ally to assist, dealing 90% less damage. Then they deal true damage. They deal true damage to the target enemy based on 60% of Jedi Master Luke's base max protection. His mods are included in his base max protection, so you're going to want to mod Jedi Master Luke for protection and protection and protection and protection and speed. Get him to taking turns, get him for protection. Not only does that protection help feed the offense of the rest of the team, it helps him tank like a big giant tanky tank that he is. He is always taunting Wachowski. He is always taunting. He has taunt on him at almost all times during the battle. He's going to be the tank to end all tanks here. Protection, 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 and speed is way to mod Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. Jedi Knight Luke is going to be an offense set. If you're going after the ground war assault battle and he is your leader, you want to mod him with as little speed as possible because he'll reduce the speed of the other team as soon as he takes a turn. He's going to take a turn to start off each level of the ground war assault battle. Go watch my video on that, getting that done. But yeah, otherwise, outside, or if you're using Jedi Knight Luke as a lead on your team in general, you may want to mod him for low speed because, again, he impacts the other team's speed negatively. If he's on a Jedi Knight Luke squad, or excuse me, Jedi Master Luke squad, you're going to want to mod him for offense, but you're going to want to have some speed on there. I don't have great mods on him right now. Crit, offense or crit damage here with his special, or is his special or his basic? He does true damage. I think it's this one. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's his basic. He deals true damage to tanks is what he does. If there's a tank, deal true damage to them and if there's a tank, he's going to be hitting them because they're taunting. So offense, maybe some crit damage. I don't know why I got that potency on there. I don't think that's not ideal. That's not an ideal mod to have on. So I don't have ideal mods on them, but offense and crit damage and some speed is what you want. And maybe just offense and speed. Hermit Yoda is going to be just about the speed. As much speed as possible with health and protection. Just keep Hermit Yoda alive and have him keep taking turns. He will do damage on this team. That's one of the most fun things that I get to do when I play with Jedi Master Luke is give Jedi lessons to Hermit Yoda. He assists and he actually does damage. And it's some of the most fun damage in the game that you can get anywhere you look and turn. I've done a lot of talking over time about CLS's mods. You want to have an offense set on him with a crit damage triangle with as much speed as possible. Tenacity is what people will generally put on his cross. A big reason for that is going to be 3PO and Chewie's unique, which gives the non-galactic the non-galactic legend rebel. These things are a mouthful. It gives CLS 40%, or excuse me, 3PO and Chewie gain 40% of CLS's max health, protection, offense, defense, potency, and tenacity, and all the other team gains 20% or half of that. So you want to get that on CLS to work with Chewpio's unique. Chewpio and Chewbacca are going to be mounted for a lot of tenacity and offense. That's what you want on Chewpio and Chewbacca, because you want them doing a lot of damage and not getting a lot of debuffs. You don't want them to get dazed as much as possible. You want them to be assisting all the time throughout the battle. Crit damage, crit damage, crit damage, crit damage, and speed on Han Solo. And C-3PO is a lot like Hermit Yoda. Speed, health, protection, and probably a potency cross here, because you want them landing those stacks of translation on the other team. But as much speed, health, and protection as you can get, just keep the guy safe. Keep him alive. Make sure he's working for you, C-3PO. That's a lot of the mods we got to go. General thoughts on this character, Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. I'll say what I said early on. If you get Jedi Knight Luke, you've done a great deal of farming already for Jedi Master Luke. And that's why most people, when they do Jedi Knight Luke, they turn immediately to Jedi Master Luke, especially if you got those bundles that we showed you, the Shadows of the Empire, fills in those final requirements for Jedi Master Luke. Leia, Wedge, Biggs, and Lando, who you're going to have Lando at Relic 3 anyway, but you get those in the Shadows of the Empire bundle, and they're sitting there. It's just nice. You go straight to Jedi Master Luke, you get them done, then you turn your attention over to Jabba. By the way, I forgot to mention, I do have my Jedi Master Luke at Relic 9. He's one of the biggest Relic 9s in the game, because you get this is 34,000 protection here. We mentioned how important protection is to him. I think 20,000 of this comes from the Relic 9. The 8 to 9 gives you 20,000 of this protection. So again, he's one of the most, him and Lord Vader, I think, are the two most influential Relic 9s in the game that you can get in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So those are my general thoughts. I like Jedi Master Luke. He's not super amazing. Oh, one thing you're going to want to do. I didn't mention this, and I don't have him. Jedi Knight Cal Kestis is a lifter for Jedi Master Luke. Is he a major, massive, gigantic, and world-ending lifter? No. Is he a really, really good lifter? Yeah. He makes Jedi Master Luke much better for a lot of counters in the game, regardless of datacrons or anything else that's out there for Jedi Master Luke. So if you're looking to farm a side lifter that's going to go along with Jedi Master Luke, look no further than Cal Kestis. And honestly, his journey only requires Gear 12 characters for Baby Cal, Seer Junda, Tarfles, Saw Gerrera, and Marin. So you get those guys all to Gear 12 and they can get through that journey for a Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. It's a big Kyrotech investment to get a lifter for Jedi Master Luke, but he is the lifter for Jedi Master Luke. I should definitely mention that before we get out of here today. But that's everything I got to say about Jedi Master Luke. Is he effective in the game? Yes, he's effective, generally speaking, on offense in Grand Arena. You're going to find a lot better uses for him on offense than on defense. And he performs, he's good in Conquest. People use him to cheese stuff out in Conquest because he's always taunting, and there's a reason for it, and I can never figure it out, and I'm not good at cheesing Conquest, but people do use him to cheese Conquest feats because he can survive for a long time without doing a lot of damage if you need him to do that, and just get up a bunch of buffs or debuffs wherever you need to land over there. There you go, Jedi Master Luke Supreme Farming Guide, or Ultimate Farming Guide. Maybe Supreme as well. Maybe it's a Burrito Supreme with that sour cream and onions and tomatoes and everything you want on it. But it's more like Jedi Master Luke on an island, acting like a hermit, being crabby, throwing his lightsaber over his shoulder, drinking green milk, and being generally offensive to Mark Hamill and a lot of folks in the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community. But we love you, Mark Hamill. We love Luke Skywalker. I'm just rambling at this point. Let's stop rambling. Let's wrap it up. Tell me what you think in comments. Have a great day, and always remember, Nuke's too good.